Devon, Borden, and Logan Schuchart from row number 1. Danny Dietrich and Tyler Courtney in row number 2. Parker Price-Miller and James McFadden in row 3. Anthony Macri and Rico Abreu in row number 4. Logan Wagner and Brian Brown in 5. David Gravel and Zeb Wise in 6. Kasey, Kahne and Spencer Bayston in 7. Austin Bishop and Corey Day in 8. Chase Dietz and Brad Sweet in 9. Brent Marks and Justin Peck in row number 10. Lynch, Mike Wagner, Corey Eliason, Brock Zearfoss, Tanner Thorson, Dylan Cisney, Chris Windom, and Mike Walter round out the 28-car field as we're set to go for the highest payday in the history of Port Royal Speedway. Port Royal Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green.
The Bob Weikert Memorial is underway, side by side in the turns number 1 and 2. Devon Borden, he will lead the thundering herd down the back straightaway. Right now in second, you have Logan Schuchart, Tyler Courtney in third. 1 lap is in the book, and officially your leader is going to be Devon Borden.
The Daredevil leads lap 1, goes to the top of the racetrack in turn number 1. Logan Schuchart runs the middle, and Tyler Courtney runs the bottom. 3 lanes being utilized by your top 3 drivers. Back and forth with Danny Dietrich, and right now rounding out the top 5 is Parker Price-Miller as they make their way off at turn number 4.
Remember, this is a 40-lapper. This is the longest race of the Bob Weikert in the Weikert history. It's always been 30, 35 lap. It has never been 40. So, Chase, you have to think, if we get a long green flag run, we're going to see the tail end of the field very quickly as they're side by side for P4 off of turn number 4.
Parker Price-Miller been absolutely fantastic all night long here at the Bob Weikert Memorial. Now working on the Weikert number 29 car for that 4th position. Dietrich goes to the bottom. PPM tries to roll the middle, gets some grip off of turn number 2. Closes into 1 car like they work down the back straightaway. Parker Price-Miller, been a tough season so far with Kubota High-Limit Racing, but a top 5 or even a win here at the Bob Weikert Memorial would be a huge day for the driver to Kokomo, Indiana.
Danny Dietrich still settling in to that 4th position, trying to make that car as wide as it could be to fend off Parker Price-Miller. We'll look back for the runner-up spot. Here comes Tyler Courtney. Has a run on Logan Schuchart. Nose to tail out the flag stand. Courtney down low. Drives by Schuchart for 2nd. However, Schuchart got the momentum. He'll drive back by.
Good race for that 2nd position. Logan Schuchart still holds on to it. Tyler Courtney to the inside, turns 3 and 4. Pulls up alongside the Dryden number 1 S car. They make their way down the front straightaway. And Sunshine has 2nd at the line. The winner of the most recent race at Port Royal Speedway is now up to 2nd and looking to track down your race leader, Devon Borden.
And Devon Borden can already start to see the tail end of this field. He's going to start to get into dirty air. How will this car perform as we have 33 laps to go this time by?
33 laps to go. Devon Borden on the cushion into turn number 1. Hits the cushion again off of turn number 2. Traffic up the road. Maybe 10 car lengths ahead is the 77 of Mike Walter. Borden has got to start deciding what he's going to do because upstream is several cars side by side all over the racetrack. And Tyler Courtney's closing in down the front straightaway.
Yeah, and he's bringing Logan Schuchart with him as still that is the preferred line here at the Port Royal Speedway, and Devon Borden knows how to work it, but he has to be careful with the lap cars. Lap cars right in front of him are going to work down low. But look at Tyler Courtney. He's roping him right through the middle.
Devon Borden working the outside of the racetrack, trying to hold off Tyler Courtney. They work back into turn number 1. The 23 car bangs it off the cushion, nearly picks up the left front tire off the ground. Here comes Schuchart, now reeling back in the 7BC of Tyler Courtney. Borden on the back bumper of the first lap car, Mike Walter. Back behind them, Anthony Macri makes a pass on Rico Abreu. But Devon Borden trying to get by the first lap car, he cannot do it. And Schuchart challenging for 2nd down the front stretch.
Logan Schuchart works down low. He'll get to the left rear of Tyler Courtney. However, Courtney still smooth and straight. You can see both of those drivers starting to move the top wing back ever so slightly to get traction onto those rear tires. As this time by, we have 29 laps to go. 1 car separates Devon Borden, your leader, from Tyler Courtney.
Devon Borden doing a great job. Last time by a 19.349 was the lap time by the Daredevil. Behind him, Tyler Courtney, 19.907. And there goes Anthony Macri. He is closing in on the top 5 drivers, as is Corey Day. Corey Day's there as well as Rico Abreu. Great race going on for 5th, but Tyler Courtney now makes his way by that first lap car and looks to track down the 23 Devon Borden.
Look at Anthony Macri banging the boards into turns 1 and 2. He shot out of a cannon. He's going to try to get by Parker Price Miller for 5th. Nose to tail into turns number 3 and 4. Macri, he'll work back up high. Pulls right behind Parker Price Miller. What happens in turn 1?
I'll tell you right now, Anthony Macri is being followed by the 14 of Corey Day. Talk about two guys married to the game, and that game is driving the car straight at the wall as Corey Day and Anthony Macri try and make their way towards the front of the field. Devon Borden still putting lap cars to the wayside. Close call down the front straight as he's trying to make his way around the outside of the 88 of Tanner Thorson.
Now Danny Dietrich. Dietrich breaks into the podium spot, tracking down Tyler Courtney. Here comes Anthony Macri down the back straightaway. He'll go back up top, trying to get by Parker Price Miller, but he taps the guardrail in turn 4. That's going to slow up his momentum.
Devon Borden gets by another car. It's Lynch as Parker Price Miller challenging the 1S of Logan Schuchart. Schuchart goes to the middle in turn number 1. Price Miller tries to run the bottom. Macri behind him, rips the top. Macri might have PPM down the back straightaway. Looks to the inside into turn number 3. Cannot get there. Sparks flying out of the back of the 39M car. Here comes Corey Day. Day to the outside, trying to move into the top 5.
Corey Day looking good. We got a car off the pace going to 1. He still has momentum. We should be able to stay green. Macri into the guardrail in turns 2. Keeps it going. Here comes Parker Price Miller. Miller going to challenge Logan Schuchart into turns number 3 and 4. We complete another lap, but oh my goodness, almost had a lead change, but this caution flag comes out at the right moment for the 23 of Devon Borden as he will regain that lead once again.
If that lap did not count, if we would have made another lap right there, Tyler Courtney would have been in the race lead, but we revert back 1 lap. Devon Borden still in the race lead, and that might help him because it looked like he had a car that maybe was equal speed, maybe a little bit better when it came to open air, was that 23 car compared to Tyler Courtney. But man, there's just so much stuff going on. We're looking at the lead, we're looking at the race for 3rd, the race for 5th. There is too many things going on the racetrack right now to keep track of, Earl.
Welcome to Port Royal. As we are about to have a mad rush of crew members here on the front straightaway.
And Earl, we've got some drama. Tony Laporte, we need you to make your way over to the 23 car. It sounds like there is a hole in the right rear for the 23 of Devon Borden. A hole in the right rear tire for Devon Borden, and they are trying to plug that hole right now. And that is something difficult to do under an open red. I have seen it in the past, but it's definitely a difficult thing to do. And that is what they're trying to work on right now for your current race leader. Tony, I see you on the scene down there.
Yeah, they're checking right now to find exactly where the puncture may be. The crew, a couple guys on the crew here took off running, but you can see they're using some different methods to check exactly where that leak is coming from and how big the puncture may be. So they're checking the right rear here on Borden. And like I said, a couple of the crew guys took off running. You presume that's no, they're going to just try to fix it right here with a fix-it flat kit. So that's why they were trying to determine how big that puncture was. The horns are going off, guys. So this crew on Devon Borden's number 23 knew they did not have a lot of time, so they are just straight up patching it right here on the track right now. That's what it means to race for $75,000 here at Port Royal. You will do absolutely anything and everything you can to stay on track and out front.
Yeah, you see Chris Shuttlesworth there. He's the man in the flannel. He is the crew chief for Devon Borden. He's overseeing the operation that is taking place on that right rear tire. But still, this just adds to the drama. Tony Laporte, real quick, down to you.
No, I was just keying on my mic so you guys could hear what the crowd was saying. I like that you asked the crowd. I thought maybe they can't hear it up there in the booth, so I was just keying open the mic so you guys could hear the crowd. Dietrich seemed to get a pretty loud applause, so I think that's the way this Port Royal crowd is feeling with about halfway left in this race.
This place might burn down if Danny Dietrich wins in the 29 as the Durst Dice Roll driver for $75K to win. So we'll see how it plays out. We're ready to go back to green flag racing here at the Bob Weikert Memorial. Devon Borden and Tyler Courtney show the way.
Not a good restart by Devon Borden, and there goes Tyler Courtney. He'll lead him in the turns 1 and 2. Borden up high, does that right rear stick as we noticed it was starting to go flat during that break.
Tyler Courtney shows the way, coming close to the halfway signal. Danny Dietrich running in 3rd. Here comes, was that Macri or Corey Day? I believe it was Macri, just barely sneaking around the outside of Parker Price Miller, and Macri's now into the top 5.
Anthony Macri rips the lip there in turn 2. He'll pull alongside and drive by Logan Schuchart. Anthony Macri on the move. He'll go back up high. Corey Day into the wall off a 4.
Corey Day big time into the wall. We'll see if that car has any damage. He makes his way around the front straightaway here. Gets passed by Rico Abreu, gets passed by David Gravel. And Corey Day nearly hits the wall. He's got a problem. Corey Day's off the pace. Nearly gets hit by Spencer Bayston. The caution flag is going to come out for the Jason Myers Racing number 14 as Corey Day hit the wall a ton in turn number 3. Got to imagine either a tire, maybe a Jacob's ladder issue on that machine. But Earl, he made it longer than a lap at a feature at Port Royal Speedway, which was not the case entering tonight.
Things were starting to get good and very interesting there before that break. Still a long way to go. If we go green the rest of the way, I'm for sure we will get into lap traffic once again. But Tyler Courtney outside of the front row, Danny Dietrich to the inside. What happens in turns 1 and 2? They'll pick up the pace as they come to the restart zone in turn 4. Pace quickens, green flag is out, we're back underway. Good restart by Tyler Courtney. Here comes Anthony Macri. Macri to the top, he rips to lip and he'll move up into the runner-up spot.
Macri up to second to the delight of the crowd. They are all fist pumping and clapping for the Concrete Kid. He makes his way back to the top of the racetrack in turn number 4 and looks to track down Sunshine into turn number 1.
Remember, Anthony Macri started 7th in this one, and then he dropped back almost out of the top 10 in the first half of this race. Tyler Courtney has a 10-car length lead over Macri. Now here comes Dietrich. Dietrich has a run off the bottom in turn 4.
You got a new 4th place car, Rico Abreu making it by Logan Schuchart. Abreu up into the 4th spot as they're side-by-side for second. Dietrich on the bottom, Macri on the top. It looks like Macri is stalled out a little bit, and Sunshine might be pulling away slightly. The last time by, an 18.13 for Courtney, an 18.56 for Anthony Macri. So Tyler Courtney, car to the wall in turn 4. Zeb Wise keeps on going, we stay green.
Still, here comes Danny Dietrich. No, can't complete the slide job off at 2. Macri hangs back on into the runner-up spot. This time by, we're going to have 18 laps to go. It's all Tyler Courtney, as still Anthony Macri and Danny Dietrich wage war for that runner-up spot.
Keeping a close eye on the lap times. They are all very close at the top 3 positions. Tyler Courtney, Anthony Macri, and Danny Dietrich have separated themselves from the 24 Rico Abreu. Spencer Bayston is now up into the 5th position after starting back in 12th. Bayston on the move late here in this Bob Wagner Memorial feature event.
And you can see the 23 of Devon Borden falling throughout the field. You have to think, is that what the right rear tire is making him do? Just absolutely, he is off the pace, just trying to hang on the final 16 laps.
Macri now closing back in a little bit here on Sunshine. They make their way back into turn number 1. That gap is about 8 car lengths between the top 2. Macri rips the top real nice that time. Down the back straightaway. 8 car lengths separate the top 2 drivers. And Dietrich is right there as well. 3-car battle for the lead. Shaping up in the Bob Wagner Memorial with lap traffic up the road.
Yeah, they're starting to approach lap traffic, folks. This is what you pay to see. Here comes Dietrich with a run on Macri. He completes the slide job. However, Macri turns car and drives back by.
Oh boy, Macri back into the 2nd spot. Dietrich now has to go to the middle as Macri abandons the top of the racetrack, runs the bottom, traffic up the road. Tyler Courtney, first car he'll encounter is Corey Day. Then it looks like the 35 of Austin Bishop and Tanner Thorson. Side by side again, the top 2. They look to both be closing on your race leader down the backstretch.
They are. You can throw the blanket over the top 3 into 3 and 4. Dietrich pulls alongside Macri once again. He has the leader. Courtney right in front of him. Top 3 come down the line. Macri looks slow into turns 1. Dietrich has the spot. He's going for the lead this time in 2.
It's rush hour traffic down the backstretch at Port Royal Speedway. Tyler Courtney got to make some decisions, and he's got to make them quick. Goes to the bottom, trying to find a way by the number 14 car. Dietrich tries to float the middle. Macri off the bottom, down the front straightaway. It's getting hot and heavy here at Port Royal Speedway.
Courtney had to check up with the lap car, trying to thread the needle. Here comes Danny Dietrich, but he also had to thread the needle. He does right behind Bishop. Here comes Dietrich. He'll look down low. He'll pull alongside Courtney. They're side by side off of 4.
Dietrich Dietrich shows the nose. Here comes Rico Abreu as well. He's making his way into the picture back in the 4th position. The top 4 are starting to get closer and closer together. Macri back to the top of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Trying to track him back down. Gets a monster run. Dietrich to the left rear for the lead. He's got it at turn number 3. Danny Dietrich takes the lead at Port Royal Speedway.
Can he hold it? Courtney trying to come back on him. We have a new leader with 10 laps to go. It's all Danny Dietrich, but here comes Macri. Macri, he's back on his horse. He is ripping the left there once again off of 2.
Macri back in the saddle, closing back in on the 7BC at Tyler Courtney. Macri sparks flying out of the back of the Dillsburg, Pennsylvania driver's car. Macri hits the wall off of turn number 4, but he's still able to catch up to the 7BC at Tyler Courtney as Danny Dietrich tries to go between Kasey, Kahne, and Corey Day, trying to put him a lap down. Sunshine into the wall in turn 2.
And now here comes the 24 of Rico Abreu. Abreu, he's going to challenge Anthony Macri for that final podium spot. They come drag race down to the line. Abreu, can he hang on? No, Macri still has it. Wow, things got close in the 1.
Close call there. Rico Abreu now into the 3rd spot, but he's running out of time. Best time by 7 laps to go for Danny Dietrich driving the Weikert's number 29. It's like a story that you never heard before. Down the front straightaway, 7 to go for Danny Dietrich.
This is what it's all about, folks. Bob Weikert looking down right now, loving what he sees as Danny Dietrich is absolutely carving through lap traffic to perfection. This time by 6 laps to go. You have Danny Dietrich, the leader, Tyler Courtney, 2nd, Rico Abreu, 3rd. Now making Macri at the line.
And Macri's got the 3rd spot back. These two absolutely going at it for the last 3 or 4 laps around the Port Royal Speedway. Macri still got the position. Abreu slips to 4th. New 5th place car is Parker Price Miller as he battles with David Gravel and Logan Wagner back there as well. Next time by will be 4 laps to go for the 29 of Danny Dietrich.
1 lap car separates Danny Dietrich from Tyler Courtney. You said it, Chase. Port Royal Speedway will burn down if Danny Dietrich can pick up the win. 4 to go.
The last time by, Sunshine 3/10 faster. That time, 8/10 of a second faster was Tyler Courtney. 4 laps to go, and so we got a caution. We got one stopped. It's Seb Wise. The yellow's out back straightaway. The Rudine Racing number 26 is stopped on the entrance to the infield, and the yellow flag comes out.
This could be a game changer.
Danny Dietrich, your leader. Tyler Courtney runs in 2nd. Anthony Macri in 3rd. Rico Abreu 4th. And Parker Price Miller in 5th. David Gravel is 6th. Logan Wagner 7th. Logan Schuchart 8th. Then it's Chase Dietz in 9th. Brent Marks in 10th. After going to the work area, Marks has cracked back into the top 10.
Coming to the green flag, 4 laps to go. What happens once again on this restart in the turns 1 and 2? Danny Dietrich, that right rear I'm keeping my eye on, is starting to get blacker and blacker, right? So is that going to hold up in this one? Pace will quicken here on the front stretch. We throw the green at the cone. Here we go. We're back underway. Danny Dietrich through the middle. Here comes Courtney up high. He has the momentum. He's there. Battle for the lead in the 3. Danny Dietrich down low. Courtney through the middle. Chase, he's right there.
He sure is, and I think he's going to throw caution to the wind down here at turn number 1. Tyler Courtney goes to the cushion, trying to find a run, trying to find a way to the outside of Danny Dietrich. He clobbers the wall right there off at turn number 2, but he's still close. He's still right there, Earl. This time by, it'll be 2 laps to go at the Bob Weikert Memorial.
A mile to go. Battle for the win. Dietrich has it. Here comes Sunshine. Courtney, he'll bang the boards once again in turn 2. That helps him. He has the momentum. Nose to tail. They haul the 3 into turns number 3 and 4. They're going to see the white flag this time by. Courtney has a run to the outside.
Who will cash in at the Bob Weikert Memorial? Drag race down the front straightaway. 1 lap to go. Dietrich goes to the bottom. Courtney to the top. Off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Courtney has a huge run. Where does he go? To the inside. Down the back straightaway. And the caution flag is out.
Caution flag waves. A car stop on the top side in
Devon
turn
Borden.
4. Yes, it's going to be the 23 of Devon Borden. Oh my goodness.
And I think Tyler Courtney is going to be the least favorite driver is Devon Borden now after that one. He was rolling into turn 3 underneath of Dietrich for the lead. And now he's got to do it all over again.
Weikert Livestock, number 29, pacing the field, fighting for the win. They're going to come around and see 2 laps to go. This is the stuff they make movies about, you guys. I just hope you're ready up there.
Race fans, while it's quiet, who do you think is going to win? Who's rooting for Rico Abreu? What about Tyler Courtney? Or how about Danny Dietrich? Coming to the restart right now, Chase.
Instead of a 40-lap main event, this will go 41 laps into overtime at the Bob Weikert Memorial. Dietrich, Courtney, and Abreu as we head back to the green flag.
Dietrich, 5 car lengths already on Courtney. Here comes Rico Abreu. He does a slide job for second off of corner number 2. Does the car stick? This is exactly what Dietrich wants. However, Courtney drives back by.
Does he have enough time to reel him in? Abreu back to the inside. They nearly get together. But Danny Dietrich to the white flag. A 10-car length lead at the Bob Weikert Memorial. Makes his way back into turn number 1. Courtney tries to run the top. One last-ditch effort. I don't think it's going to be enough as they roll into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, the Weikert's Livestock, number 29, will cash in with High Limit Racing. He wins the Bob Weikert Memorial. It's Danny Dietrich. Second to Tyler Courtney. Third to Rico Abreu. Fourth to Anthony Macri. And fifth goes to Parker Price Miller. $75,000. Actually, make it $76,500 for your Durst Dice Roll winner here tonight. Danny Dietrich gets the win. Tyler Courtney in second, Rico Abreu, Anthony Macri, Parker Price Miller, the top 5. Brent Marks, David Gravel, Chase Dietz, Logan Wagner, and Logan Schuchart round out the top 10. Mike Wagner, Corey Eliason, Dylan Cisney, James McFadden, Brock Zearfoss, Justin Peck, Brian Brown, Brad Sweet, Mike Walter, Chris Windom. The top 20 in this one. Then it was Corey Day, Kasey Kahne, Tanner Thorson, Devon Borden, Zeb Wise, Austin Bishop, Spencer Bayston, and Cy Lynch. He's up and out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for Double D, Danny Dietrich. The highest payday in this driver's career, driving the car that the race is named after, the Weikert number 29. It is also Gary Kaufman's birthday here tonight, the car owner of that machine. A double wing dance down there in Port Royal Speedway, Victory Lane. That is Gary Kaufman down there waving the checkered flag on his birthday. What a present that his driver has given him here tonight. Tony Laporta, I'm sure the emotions are running rampant down there.
There's a lot of emotions down here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane, Chase. That is for sure. Danny Dietrich, Gary Kaufman, and a whole lot of other people are pretty happy down here. Danny hasn't even taken off his helmet yet. He is busy talking with team and family, and of course Kendra Jacobs right there. She's probably informing him that he made even more money than he thought because he was our Durst Dice Roll winning driver. Folks, he's about to pop the helmet one more time. Let him hear it. Danny Dietrich's your winner. All right, Danny, we're going to get the Hoosier Tire neckband on you right there. They've already got an Ultra waiting for him. Gary Kaufman got up and did the wing dance right there. It's a party down here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. $75,000. He's got the Ultra. Danny Dietrich, we're going to be waiting if he hugs everybody here in the building. Danny, get over here, brother. Congratulations, $75,000. You're our Durst Dice Roll winning driver. You're splitting $3 grand. None of that matters right now. This car, this paint scheme, this number had over 500 feature victories to Bob Weikert's credit. Tonight, at least symbolically, you add one more. How good's that taste and how good does this feel?
Well, there ain't enough beer in Port Royal for this team tonight. Woo! That's how good it feels.
Hey, you were able to go up there and track down Tyler Courtney after starting in the 3rd position, and you got around him with just 10 laps to go. You took off. Then we had caution after caution. What's that do mentally to you when you know you've got a good race car and you were able to leave those guys behind you? but you keep having to get bunched back up and do it over and over again. How do you handle that inside the cockpit of this 29?
I just try and drive every lap as hard as I could, really. Guys told me tires look great under the red, and we gambled tonight. Under the red, we didn't fill up on fuel. We were praying this thing wouldn't have a ton of cautions, and if anybody wondered why it kind of slowed up going to 3, I ran out of fuel going into 3 coming to the checkered. And barely, I'd like to do some donuts, but I don't got enough fuel to do it. Hell yeah!
Well, I bet they'll fill you up, and you can go out there and do a few more. Steven Wirtz, the Durst dice roll, he rolled the 3. You started in the 3rd position, so you guys split $3,000 extra. What does $75,000 do for a team like yours, and what's it mean to win a race named after someone as important to sprint car racing here in Pennsylvania as the Weikert?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Our team, we can use it. This is we're not low budget, but we're not high, we're high end. We're back here buying used tires from guys while they're here from out of town. So, but there was no expense spared tonight. I told you guys we're bolting new tires on if we have to. We wanted a 75 grand. We've been fast. We were off for a month or 3 weeks there. Appreciate all the fans sticking around through them 3 weeks. It was pretty rough, but back to back here in this 29 feels pretty damn good.
Danny Dietrich is your winner of the Bob Weikert Memorial.
I want to thank all of you guys for coming out. It's going to be great next year as well. I'm excited for everybody that was here. Hopefully you've seen a good race. And I got to thank my sponsors, obviously Weikert's Livestock, Stanton Union, York Excavating, Derek Snyder Self-Made, RV 4-wheel drive, Drop of Ink Tattoo, there's so many people, Big Cove Whitetail, Sandoz Fruit Market, my dad, my brother, Racers New Union Parts Warehouse, Bruner Service Center. If you don't know what's on the car, go look and go support my sponsors because they allow us to do this and have big nights like this. So thank you everybody for tuning in, everybody for coming out, I appreciate it.
Tyler Courtney finishes 2nd. He's probably not happy about that, but would it change your mind at all if I told you are now the championship point leader with Kubota High Limit Racing?
Tonight was about 75 grand. It wasn't about the championship tonight, but congrats to Danny, man. That was, man, I thought it was going to be a badass finish. It sucks we didn't get to finish that lap, but yeah, it's just how racing goes. And yeah, Rico's doing what he had to do to try and win the race. And just because I wasn't quite expecting him to, I knew I didn't get that quite good of a restart, but nobody had slid me the one before. But yeah, so kind of had to cross him back over and race him, and just ran out of laps to get Danny. But yeah, I was really proud of my team. Our Not So New Drink, Ellie's Custom Trailers, Spire Motorsports car was awesome all night. I thought I was pretty good there, setting the pace, but Danny sucked my stickers off, so I had to find another gear, and kind of found the top a little bit too late there. And so, yeah, and I hate it for my guys. Yeah, 75,000 would have been a lot nicer than 25, but thank you to the whole Weikert family. This is an awesome event. Thank you all you fans for coming out and supporting it. Today was just amazing. So yeah, just excited. I think what's the next race here, Tusky?
Yeah.
Yeah. So come back for another huge event, and we got a really good race car, and see what we can do.
He won the Weikert tune-up race of just about a week or so ago. He's looking forward to coming back for the Tuscarora 50. That's Sunshine Tyler Courtney after running 2nd here following leading early on. Rico Abreu, fresh off your win at Utica Rome back in New York. How good does it feel to be back on the podium here with High Limit Racing at a race as important as the Weikert Memorial?
Yeah, this is an amazing event. You know, just really appreciate all these fans coming out. I was just telling Steve O'Neill, you know, just the work that gets put into this facility and how it's a first-class place, and we all really enjoy getting to race here. This is incredible to see what the Weikerts do, what they've done for racing, you know, and then just for us to get out there and race and put on a show for these guys. You know, I was kind of in the catbird seat all night, you know, just trying to work on consistency with my team and get that balance. You know, it's just, it's little by little each race. We're just getting a little bit better at it, and you know, it's just, you know, these are the toughest races in the country. You got guys coming from the Outlaws here, and it's just shows how competitive this series is. You know, it's and Central Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania race car drivers just to compete, and you know, I know how important that win was to the posse tonight.
You started 8th and battled for 2nd. You end up finishing 3rd. How were you able to pick up so many positions on a pretty technical track tonight?
My car was just really good on the restarts. You know, I just needed to focus on hitting my marks and working really good with my feet, you know, and keeping your tires underneath. I could see these guys were, their tire wear was getting worse and worse. And I know I was, you know, I would never just put myself in position to overdrive. the straightaways. I knew we were going to be tight on fuel there with at the end. The straightaways kept getting cleaner and we can run a little bit more pedal. So just thankful for Ricky and Zach and Brady. Ricky's father's here, just our friends in Pennsylvania that come and hang out with us while we're here racing. It's important that, you know, we get good finishes for them and our partners, you know, getting Arc Zone and on the front straightaway, you know, Whiskey Myers, Rothwell Hyde, Rich Stadelhofer, Royal Jones, you know, they all just, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, these guys all put in a massive effort for us to compete out here on the road, and it can get difficult at times just with inconsistent results. So just again, thank all you fans. I love racing in Pennsylvania. I love all these racetracks, and it's a pleasure to get to race here tonight.
Rico said when he drove past the state line, he got elbows up as he pulled his T-shirt trailer into the state of Pennsylvania a few days ago when they got into town for this $75,000 to win barn burner of a weekend. Guys, obviously, it was unfortunate. Nobody wanted to lose yesterday, right, due to the weather. But I think that just kind of built anticipation and led everybody to looking forward even more and more to this 40-lap, $75,000 feature to win. And as Danny Dietrich, Tyler Courtney, and Rico Abreu, all three of them talked about the fans here in Port Royal. You know, you can't say it enough. There are no fans in the country like Pennsylvania sprint car fans. These people are amazing. They've come out, they've showed up. And they have supported sprint car racing here in central Pennsylvania, heck, all of Pennsylvania, amazingly. Brad Sweet, David Gravel, everybody I talked to tonight talked about how much they love coming to the Port Royal Speedway, not just because Steve Steinley does such an awesome job and preps this track so superbly, but the facility and the people here who work it and the people here who fill the stands. This is going to be a crown jewel. Not all, it's of course already a crown jewel in central Pennsylvania racing, but this is going to be a big part of the Kubota high limit racing schedule for many years to come, I have a feeling. So awesome racing down here this evening, guys, and talk about an excited, a happy, and an emotional victory lane. Danny Dietrich gets it done and takes the Weikert Livestock number 29 back to victory lane with a $75,000 check. We're done down here in the infield.
Earl, I don't know if you could write a better story than what we saw here tonight.